The Milwaukee Bucks got back Brook Lopez, and here is how his impact increases their chances of winning the 2022 NBA championship. Hey yo, what's good with y'all? My name is Will and welcome back to Will's So Trill Hoops. This season, the Milwaukee Bucks have been without a key piece to their team that helped them win an NBA championship last year, the starting center and the anchor of the defense, Brook Lopez. But after being out with back surgery, he returned not long ago and the Bucks have already seen the pros of having him out there. You've already got Giannis's telescopic arms to deal with, now they just brought back Mr. 7'6" wingspan. Now remember that at the deadline, the Bucks made a nice move to bring in Serge Ibaka, who is their rim protector, off the bench, but they've been without their true anchor all season long and now he's back. When you think about the ideal center to play next to Giannis Antetokounmpo, it is everything about Brook Lopez. You need the ability to shoot offensively and great rim protection at the basket, allowing Giannis to roam and play his elite help defense that is the best in the league. This is exactly what Brook Lopez does, and there's very few players in the league that can say the same. He may not be a good matchup at all against a heavy pick and roll team or a force switch heavy team that has high level mid-range scores like the Phoenix Suns and the Brooklyn Nets. In fact, that man was getting cooked on every single switch against KD. Pretty much every single time. They went for that shit over and over again. That man probably still gets nightmares about having to defend Kevin Durant to this day. Shit, what player doesn't? But look, against most teams in the East, the Bucks will be lucky to have Brook back because, of course, all teams have a different play style. And not all teams have Kevin Durant. In last year's series against Miami, he was a huge factor defensively in shutting the Miami Heat down. He is a drop coverage big, and because of Miami's offensive playstyle, he thrived in that drop coverage. Jrue Holiday's aggressive defense over screens also helps him play more comfortably in that drop because him going over takes away threes off screens. This play shows that great rim protection as well as he steps back down after playing help D, going straight up against Bam Adebayo. And now he's containing a drive by Jimmy Butler perfectly, straight up contest, so difficult to score against at the basket. In that series, they also took advantage of Adebayo and his midi not falling. Brook gives him that shot right here, plus a decent contest because of the length, and that is a miss. Now things can change in a year, but Brook Lopez is one of the best defenders in the league against Joel Embiid. He's too strong to get bullied by Embiid, but he is also too long for Embiid to comfortably shoot over him. That's a 7'6" wingspan. Another thing about Brook is that he's very smart with his contest and he doesn't bite too often against fakes. He's not going to shut down Joel Embiid, at least I don't think he's going to, but he'll limit him about as best as you possibly can ask for. So Miami and Philly, I think those are two teams that Brook will help out a ton against for the Bucks. Against those two teams, they will need him the most because he is a good matchup. But against a team like Brooklyn, yeah, they might want to go small. You can't let this shit with Durant happen again. By the way, if you're enjoying the video up to this point, a like would be very appreciated. It does help me out a lot as a creator. And even this season, we're already seeing his impact since returning, containing this drive right here by Jrue Holiday. And Sato gets an angle to drive, but Lopez cuts him off at the basket, forcing a pass. And it is not done there because Lopez here is stuck in a 1-on-2 down low, but he rejects Sato on this attempt. Now Levine drives in where this would usually be an easy layup. He has to pass out because of Brook's presence. And then check him out, flipping right back into position against Vucevic to force a miss, and he gets the rebound too. Shots at the basket are the easiest shot in basketball. Common knowledge, right? So it's important to have a player who takes away these shots and lowers the percentage of these shots. That is Brook. And here's a look at how they will be defending pick and rolls now with Brook Lopez on the court. You of course have Holiday fighting over while Brook drops down to contain the drive, but also playing between the roller and DeRozan while Holiday recovers. He needs to contain DeRozan for as long as he can to let Holiday get back while also not giving up the roll by Vucevic. Also, against the roll, you will see who they have coming down low to help. Giannis is there to also prevent anything. So with that containment by Lopez, along with the extra layer of help defense by Giannis, DeRozan has no choice but to settle for the jumper, and Holiday makes it a difficult shot as he had time to get back into the play. This is perfect execution of a drop coverage defensive scheme, exactly what we saw so many times against the Miami Heat. Check him out here blocking Kobe White, but this play isn't over because Milwaukee loves taking advantage of their trailing shooters on the fast break. It took him some time to get down there, but there he is, Brook Lopez, wide open three. And like I said, this shooting ability makes him a great teammate for Giannis, as we see here with the pick and pop. But it's more about the spacing that he gives the entire offense, because as you see here, Gobert is preparing to help against the Giannis drive, where he steps down from the corner. So Giannis is just gonna deliver that pass to Brook, who's in that corner, and he'll hit the shot. Also, he hasn't been on the team for long, but Jevon Carter has been a problem for teams, and I think that he's worth a mention. He is such a relentless defender. Immediately after this made free throw, he is pressing Conley immediately. And this was something the Bucks had Teague do for them last year in the playoffs, but Carter does it better. The goal for him is to be as disruptive as possible, and that is exactly what he does here, disrupting what is usually an easy dribble handoff. He's just a pest, a player that you hate playing against. Especially when considering he can catch and shoot so well, I think he has no doubt earned a spot in the playoff rotation. I would play him over George Hill. But for this team, as a contender, these two that I've talked about are definitely going to provide some crucial things on Milwaukee's quest to go back-to-back. You got that rim protection, full court, relentless on-ball pressure, and floor spacing for the offense. The only players that they have lost from this championship team were PJ Tucker and Dante DiVincenzo, who actually missed basically all of their playoff run. PJ is hard to replace, but they've brought in Grayson Allen, Wes Matthews, and Serge Ibaka, who will play well-needed roles. And with Giannis and Jrue looking like even better players than they were last season, this team has a legitimate shot at repeating. Now, my biggest concern is just how Middleton's gonna play, because he's definitely had a down year. He's gotta pick it up for them to have a chance, man. He gotta bring back Chris Middle Jordan. They can't have Chris Middle Brick. But while you're here, you might as well check out another video. This one is focused on another Eastern Conference contender in the Boston Celtics. But for this one, I'm out of here, and remember, keep on hooping.